Welcome to the Attack Action Podcast gameplay between Viserai, Runeblood, and Lexi Livewire. I'm here with Isaac. What's up, dude?
Morning, dude.
Uh,
We decided to make this gameplay video with the deck that I took to nationals and the deck that Taylor would have taken had he attended.
Correct. And if you want to know more about Isaac's top 8 Ice Lexi deck, go check out our other YouTube video. I'm sure there will be a card or it'll be linked in the description for you to just easily go view that. And then if you want to hear the legendary tale of Isaac's run into the top 8 at Nationals, go check out episode 30 of the Attack Action Podcast, and that will be linked somewhere in the video. Isaac, how about you quickly just give me kind of an overview of what your deck is going to try to do here?
Sure. And so if you watch my deck tech, there are a few changes I would make to this deck in hindsight, but today I'm going to be playing the deck that I took to Road to Nats. So against Taylor, I have sided in my anti-aggro package. I have never played the Viserai matchup, and I don't know what kind of build Taylor is on, but I think I might have the most trouble with the aggressive match, and have just sided the same way I would against Briar. I'm going to try to be whittling away his armor and using my life as a resource to gain tempo and I guess attack both his resource curve and his hand and try to be coming at him with several different crippling hit effects every turn.
Scary. Sounds very scary.
Well, you have quite the fridge over there for me to work my way through first. So
yeah, totally.
You might find some breathing room. So let's hear about your deck a little bit. Why'd you pick Viserai?
Well, he's my favorite hero, and I think right now Viserai has a lot of really great tools, like has the creepers, and that just kind of helps Viserai maybe output some damage. And the addition of Rosetta Thorn really adds kind of a cheaper, much better weapon for Rune Blades in general, getting to play non-attack, attack Rosetta situation. So I just think it plays pretty well into kind of the field. It plays pretty well into Briar and the control decks and that sort of thing. Go ahead.
So let's talk about that really quick, right? The elephant in the room, Lightning Briar. We only knew about that deck for a week before Nats. So this is your foremost game plan. Why is your deck good against Lightning Briar?
It just has the split damage between Rune Chance and physical damage. And Briar doesn't usually bring Arcane Barrier. So you can just kind of play with them for part of the game, and then you can kind of set up like a really big Rune Chant turn kind of mid-game and just kind of run them over a little bit, mid to late game, and then just kind of clean it up from there.
Cool.
So, yeah.
So then you said you also have a plan into Fatigue or, Prism or Bravo. What would be your Fatigue should you have ran into an Ice deck or an Ice Lexi at Nationals?
Well, I have a couple of Ninth Blades in the sideboard for Prism, but also they serve a second function of that you can kind of set up a big Ninth Blade turn, and then like come in with Rosetta, or just like you kind of have to manufacture a spot in the game where you blow them out. It's like a little bit complicated and hard to do, but just because it's those two things doesn't mean it's not doable. So, and all the split damage from Rosetta really helps out, kind of chip away during those matches. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
All right.
So what's your
Oh,
game
go ahead.
plan into my deck?
I have no idea because at the time we wouldn't know,
Right.
how to play into Ice Lexi and whether or not you're actually on Ice Lexi. So I just sided in kind of my disruptive, kind of go wide uh, package that I might uh,
Right.
play into Briar.
Yeah, I actually I had a Lexi mirror, and I assumed they would be on Lightning, which is correct. So I think that's kind of the hedge your bet sideboard, to go
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, I mean, in the theoretical realm in which this game exists, that is this past U.S. Nationals, right? We wouldn't have thought we would be playing Ice Lexi anyway. So uh, here we are.
Here we are. Poker
Cool.
hands.
Poker hands.
All right. I got, two pair, fours and threes.
Oh, nice. I just got a pair of sixes.
All right. I'll go first.
Okay. Thought I maybe rolled 6 dice for a second, but I did not.
All right. Give you a quick little shuffle here, and good luck, my friend.
Thanks. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, if now that we know Ice Lexi is maybe going to be like a real thing, I might be siding in or maybe putting some cards in the sideboard for it. Just like a few more rune chant discounted cards.
Right.
Just to help with the frostbite.
Yeah, hopefully this is an interesting game and a good match since neither of us have played it before.
Totally.
Let's see.
Hmm.
All right, I'm going to pitch for Voltaire.
Okay.
And not load an arrow.
Okay.
It's kind of tough.
I unfortunately have a terrible hand.
And then I'm going to, let's see, I'm just going to Arsenal, I think.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to live with it. So quad red hand to start here. Not the best. Thankfully we might get a little lucky off of one of our cards here. Okay, so we're gonna play Sonata.
All right.
And we're gonna go X equals 0 here. So we got Spellblade Strike, Command and Conquer, need a non-attack action. Nope, 3 attacks. Great. Great.
Okay.
All red. Top 7 cards of the deck here are red. So looking good for those frostbite tokens.
If it makes you feel better, I also had an all red, all arrow hand to start.
Good.
So that was pretty
Excellent.
unfortunate on both ends. Starting out hot here.
Yeah, totally. A little there. We'll banish that. Okay, then what the F do I do? What the F do I do? Gosh, nothing, I guess. All right. Pitch for Rosetta here. Coming at you for 2.
Yep, I'll take 2.
Gotcha. Oh, well,
So
Arsenal.
38-40.
Yep.
I'm going to tick my tunic. I'll use Lexi to just flip up an arrow. Let's see here.
I think we're gonna have to play this match like pretty slow now. Well, we'll see what happens. Thankfully, we didn't get a frostbite there, so that's going to help out.
All right, we're going to... Yep, we're just going to pay for Voltaire, choose +1,
Mm-hmm.
and fire bolt and shot for 5. Go again. If it hits, I can reload.
Okay, 2 cards in hand?
Correct. None floating.
None floating. For 5, huh? For 5 pieces. For 5. And then that's Blizzard Bolt, right? So give me a frostbite if that hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be okay with that.
I've thought about these quad red hands are really, really rough in this deck, but I run like 19 blues and 6, 7 yellows or something. So I I didn't adjust it.
Totally. Okay, I will take 5.
All right. 35, 38.
Correct.
I'm not going to reload. I'm going to pitch to fire Blizzard Bolt at you, and I will fuse it. So 6 Blizzard Bolt hit effect.
Great. Just great. Pulse. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Block 6.
No reaction, all arsenal.
Gotcha. Okay.
And your turn.
Sweet. I'm just coming with CNC there for 6.
Oh, nice.
Hopefully buy back a little tempo here. We got we don't have any rune chants up still, which is pretty upsetting, but had to block with the Mordred Tide last turn, so it's all good. It's all good. Had to take 5 damage though to do this, which is pretty annoying.
Yeah, sometimes you take damage just to set up, unfortunately.
Yep.
Not sure what to do about this here.
Give up now.
You wish.
Yeah. Pretty terrifying though that you've drawn your 1 of Pulse in the top whatever 10 cards of your deck. At least we're getting it over with early.
Yeah, very strong card. It's not really the best card in my deck. I'll block for 6.
You got it.
Okay, we're gonna take my tunic. I'm gonna use Lexi, give you a frostbite.
Yep.
And then we're going to pitch. Load Voltaire. I'll choose +1.
Would you load Frostlock?
I did.
Yeah, okay.
Then I'm going to play Pulse and play Frostlock. No fuse, unfortunately. That CNC made me unable to fuse this, but we're coming in for 8 anyway.
Oh right, because you choose +1 on Voltaire.
Yeah. There's another line here. I could have just saved Pulse this turn and maybe tried to fire Remorseless. I also could have broken my bracers to enable a Frostlock fuse, but that's pretty unappealing this early with my Arcane Barrier.
Mm-hmm. So there's no hit effect if you haven't fused Frostlock. It's just for
Correct.
8. Okay.
Yeah, defense reactions would cost you an extra 1 this turn.
Just because of the frostbite?
No, because of Frostlock's ability. Cards and activated abilities cost opposing heroes an additional 1 resource this turn.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's what I was getting at. Yeah, it still has an ability, but okay. That seems to not bother me. Hmm. The real question is, do I just take all of that damage? And then I go to 27. But then you won't have an arsenal. So won't get a frostbite for the next turn. So that would be pretty good. Maybe get some momentum here with a little bit of life. It's hard now because of like creepers really changes everything you can do with your turn. You know?
Yeah.
And like just
a lot of lines are online every turn.
yeah. It's just like a really powerful effect. And it's like you got to weigh whether or not how many times you can make that happen versus getting to use its block ability. And do you use it early? Do you use it late? Obviously, later is maybe better, but do I have the ability to make that happen kind of later is also tough. Okay, I'm going to take 8.
All right. 27-38.
Yep.
And I will pass.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, we will play Plunder Run from Arsenal Red. Got to pitch a blue there. Get rid of our frostbite. Okay. Then let's see. Still unsure. Yeah, we'll just do this for the enchant. We'll play a Sonata, and we'll go X equals 0. So reveal 3, non-attack, non-attack, non-attack. Great. Awesome.
Fantastic. Those cards are tough. Everything from like Sonata to Blood Rush Bellows to any powerful card that works off the top is tough to weigh on your opponent's turn when you're deciding how much damage do I take, how many cards do I use to block when you don't have all the information in your hand, right? So that makes it pretty tough.
I have my ratios down in this deck for sure. I can't remember the last time in a game that I have whiffed off of 2 Sonatas in a row, so that's pretty fun. So I'll come in with Spellblade Assault here. I gotta get rid of this Sonata or else I'll forget. For 7 and a Rune Chant. Draw a card on hit.
No, go again.
Correct. 1 card in hand.
None floating.
Correct.
I guess you could Creepers me, but okay. So I have another all red hand, which is once again pretty unfortunate. So my debate here is that I could use my Perch Grapplers to block this and stop the draw. With 2 cards, he could pay for Creepers and play a non-attack and then into Rosetta, which would be quite a bit more damage for me to face, which would kind of suck. I guess he would have to draw a yellow or better and have a non-attack with Go Again in his hand for that to happen. It sucks to break my Grappler so early, but This is kind of a turn I could maybe shut down right now and try to get some traction again. Ending without an arsenal sucked last turn, and we've gotten off to a little bit of a slow start here. So I think I'm going to...
we're just really firing on all cylinders here, both of us.
Yeah, it's been an interesting set of decisions we've had to make.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, I think I am going to stop this. I don't know if this is the right call to break my armor so early, but I need to like get some traction back into this game. So we're going to take the rune chant.
Take the rune chant.
37, 27, and then I'm going to block for 7.
And you have 2 cards left in hand?
Correct.
Okay, arsenal.
All right. I'm regretting that play already, but it's what we're doing.
Nice.
I'm going to use my tunic to pay for Voltaire, choose +1. And I'm going to fire Bolt and Shot for 5, go again if it hits reload.
One card in hand, no resources floating. Would also have to be a free arrow. That would be upsetting. I finally have a hand I'm very proud of. So the real question here is I can block a little. Maybe I do deny him that arsenal spot or the reload at the expense of my own arsenal. It's kind of going to be a must block turn for Isaac, which he doesn't have the perchies anymore. So we can use the skull cap and this oath. That's a good opportunity. So I'll block 5 there.
All right, and then I will arsenal and pass.
Okay. All right. From Arsenal, we're going to play Red Plunder Run. Then we're going to play a Mauve Skies, makes a rune chant, gives go again to my next rune blade attack, and if it hits, create 3 rune chants. And then we'll play Consuming Volition for 7, go again, 4 rune chants.
Nice. So if it hits, it creates 3 rune chants?
Yeah, it creates 3 more. So I would have 4 here.
So this is 7, 11 damage, +4, 8. That's a 19 damage turn you're threatening, which is quite a lot. Do you have a card in hand?
No.
$19 damage is quite a lot of damage. I don't really want to take all of that. Let's see here. Sorry, no cards in hand?
Correct. Yeah, just really piling on the hit effects here. We got a card draw. We got extra rune chance. If he takes any arcane and then lets Consuming Volition hit, it also turns into a pummel. So it's
well, and the unfortunate part for me here is like Taylor still has that massive fridge of armor available. So anything I decide to try to swing back with is not going to be as effective as I would prefer, right?
You know, in college, my nickname was Massive Fridge.
Is that another self title or self-given nickname?
No, it's a play on my gigantic muscular stature.
Okay, let's see. What do we do here?
Which now at home you're going like, is he gigantic and muscular? I only ever see his hands and sometimes his face.
Okay, so also because of the consuming hit effect, I think that we're going to try to preserve some life here.
The tongue is the only weapon that grows sharper with use.
Taylor not having an arsenal after this is, I guess, a little bit of silver lining.
In every cloud, there's a storm. If anybody gets that reference, that's you're very cool.
Okay, let's see. I am going to...
Or rune chance here. Gonna take them? Gonna block them?
No, I'm going to see if I can preserve some of my life. I want to pitch to block 3 of them, take 1.
Okay. 36,
So,
27.
Yep. And then I'm going to block for 8 here.
Okay.
Correct? You're swinging for 7?
Correct.
All right. Yep.
Then we'll come in with Rosetta for 5.
Take 5.
31, 27. It's 5 because it's 2, 2, and then the 1 rune chant.
Right. Well, we're really on our heels here, but at least, preserve some life. Still have that armor issue to deal with, unfortunately. I'm not really sure how I'm going to get back into this with, without having any armor chipped away, but I think we could save this, but I think we're going to use Lexi to give him our frostbite just to try to make things a little bit more difficult and, get back into this here. And I'll draw up and pass. It's your turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was pretty awful. Just 1 frostbite. Unfortunately, the 2 attacks I drew in this hand are both Dread Triptych.
Oh, perfect.
So, not doing super great because of that. We don't have any rune chance. So how do we present something worth anything here?
That's the one thing. So Viserai without any rune chance up and no arsenal can still blow you out, but it's part of the reason I chose to block last turn was just like compared to the turn before, this one is hopefully a little bit more hampered and I might see a little window to start getting back into it.
Yeah, now I wish I just had taken the damage last time. Because I could have fixed my hand with the Become the Arc-Knight. Which would have been pretty sweet. Okay, let's see here. What is the line? What is the line? We're going to have not really any hit effects. So that would cost 3. That would cost 3. Okay, I think that's kind of the move. I don't get an arsenal anyway because of this frostbite unless I swing Rosetta, and then that's just kind of worthless. So we might just have to play this 4-card hand out again. I could arsenal just this really good card and just come in for 4 damage. Which maybe I should do that and just kind of give up the momentum, which I have to do anyway due to my hand. It's a tough decision. I can kind of threaten 2 hit effects. A few more. Yeah. Well, let's see. If I have to pay for that. Yeah, okay. We're just going to make a decision here. So we're going to play Mordred Tide. I'm going to get rid of that Frostbite. Pay 1. I have 2 floating, which I'll use to activate Grasp.
Okay.
And that makes 2 rune chants. And then I'll come in with Dread Triptych. So if it hits, it'll make an extra rune chant. And if you take the rune chants, it'll make an extra rune chant.
So it would make 4 if it hits.
Yeah, 4 extra.
Right, with Mordred.
Yeah.
So you'd be sitting on 6. Which is certainly not ideal.
Let's see. I currently would have, if you've played a non-attack action, make 1 plus Mordred Tide is 2. And then Viserai's ability is make 1 plus 2. Or plus 1 from Mordred Tide. So if I would have 8 if you let any damage through.
It's a pretty killer turn, Taylor.
Well,
let's see. That is a massive pile of rune chants, so now I have to decide my turn is really going to be worth it. Let's see what I'm doing.
what we really wanted was this exact same turn with this blue plunder run in Arsenal. That's what we really wanted. I suppose we don't get those 2 rune chants from the Mordred Tide.
So I have a kind of lackluster turn here, but I have all block for 2s in my hand, so stopping that Dread Triptych hit effect is a pretty big problem.
Wonderful.
I could pitch to block those rune chants, and then stop him from making 2 more, which is 1 card for a 4 damage swing there. The card I could pitch, though, is a Winter's Bite, right? So instead, I could let you make 4 or have that 4 more damage, essentially, and then play or arsenal this next turn to try to, like, really, really hamper you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of nice that you can block out this damage, and then I have to play a 4-card hand, and then you get to arsenal a card and have 6 cards.
5, but yeah.
Well, you have a face-up card, so...
Well, I'm going to play it.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're going to play out the Icequake?
Yep.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm going to see if I can use this like little bit of breathing room to set up some momentum. So I'm just going to take the 2 rune chants, go to 29.
Right.
And then I'll take the 3. So 26 to 27.
No, then you take 4.
Why 4?
Well, you didn't block with a card from hand, did you?
Sorry, what does Dread Triptych read?
It has 4 attack power.
Oh, okay. So I take 4. I thought it was for 3.
Nope, for 4. And you take 4 more. And then...
Yep, so 25, 27?
Yep.
All right, make 8.
I got 8 rune chants.
That's a problem for future Isaac to deal with. I'll take my tunic. And so now Taylor has 4 cards, which I can really pile on the pressure or choose to have an arsenal card here. But with that armor, I think the pressure is just not enough. So I'm going to play out this Winter's Bite and ask you to pay 2 or discard.
Cards in hand?
3. If Taylor didn't have any armor and then threatening this Icequake, I would probably save that Winter's Bite to Arsenal and get more value out of it. But right now, you can kind of use the fridge, probably get those rune chants off, and just have like a pretty massive turn. So I'm going to try to...
Third Dread Triptych. So I'll pitch
Nice.
a blue.
All right, so you have 3 cards now.
Yep.
And you have 2, 4, 5 block on deck. Quite a lot.
6. Oh no. Yep, 5.
So I'm going to play out this Ice Quake and have 2 floating. So this is my hand, right? This is what I'm looking at. I can play the Weave Ice to apply more pressure, right? Then I'm coming in for 10, threatening 2 Frostbites, or I can save the Weave Ice and Arsenal it to try to set up a little better. And I think I'm going to... So he's sitting on 3 cards right now. I think I'm going to... I'm going to play it just to really apply some pressure or make him take 2 Frostbites unless he blocks with 2 more cards. So Icing counter for 10.
2 Frostbites on hit.
Threatening 2 Frostbites, yeah. I'll get in an Arsenal one of these days here.
Mm.
This is a different game because at least in my Briar matchups or like Lightning matchups, most of the time I would always have an Arsenal. But this Viserai pressure is like a little bit different, and it's been hard for me to kind of calculate and deal with.
Well, we do have a discounted card in hand, so those Frostbites are not going to hamper us whatsoever.
Something I did not consider.
So
Matchup.
We are just looking at 10 damage here. 3 cards to get to Rosetta would be pretty sweet. Isaac's not going to have an Arsenal also, and this is going to be a mountain of damage that he's kind of got to block. I really wish I would have kept an Arsenal card, but we're just going to have to try to get through that for next turn, maybe. We could also just come in for 12 after we've taken 10 and save an Arsenal card here.
Yeah, so this is definitely something I kind of forgot to consider. I don't know how many cards in Taylor's deck have rune chant discounts. So my Frostbite threat is like offline some percentage of the time. So I think maybe it might have been better to save that Weave Ice.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I can do a bit more than 10 damage for sure and keep an Arsenal, but then I won't be threatening anything but damage. But at least we'll get a little advantage there if he wants to swing back and also Arsenal. Okay, I'm going to take 10. Go to 17.
All right. 2 Frostbites.
Doesn't really feel correct, but we're just going for it here. Trying to jockey for some amount of tempo.
Your turn.
All right. We're going to play Rune Flash. And it would cost me 5, but I have 8 rune chance. So 12. With go again.
Ooh. 12 go again, 2 cards in hand.
Yep.
Tell us a lot. That would put me at 13.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got a little lucky there, getting the Rune Flash.
So Rosetta's offline here, but he still has 2 cards, which could be really, really anything from like a Command and Conquer to a Spellblade Assault. A lot of cards in his deck will threaten quite a bit more damage. If I take 12, I go to 13. It's quite a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty nice actually getting the Dread Triptych there and getting all those hit effects for all those rune chants, because it's makes it easy to kind of slap back here with something substantial.
Totally, that was a very good turn. So now I could really use a lot of my life to try to get some momentum back.
Might be the last time you can do that, though.
Yep.
Really would have liked to have kind of maybe gotten that extra block out of the skull cap. Hopefully we get to kind of use that.
No
Well, not
defense.
hopefully.
I'll take
Okay.
12.
Take 12. 15. 10. So down to 13.
13, 17.
Yep.
Arcane damage effects are on.
I will pitch a blue to activate Grasp and then come in for 3.
Yep, I'll take 3 more.
Okay. Go to 10. And then I will Arsenal.
So this is a little bit less life than I would like to be trying to use to swing here. Taylor still has a lot of armor.
Jesus Christ.
I prefer to have this happen at a little bit higher life total. You know, I would like to go down to maybe 14 or 15. Do this, but that's all right. We're going to try to make it work here. I'm going to play a channel like Frigid.
Mm-hmm.
1 floating.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll use the one in my tunic to play Command and Conquer.
Sweet. This is just like the weirdest game. 2 Sonatas whiff, you just get all the momentum, and then you draw 4 non-attacks, and they all block for 2. And then there's a channel out. This is great. This is just perfect. Just freaking perfect. Okay. I do really like this Arsenal card. I can't do anything with my hand. What is happening right now? Weirdest game. Channel makes Rosetta cost 2. Everything costs 2. 1 card in hand? Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
So last turn I could have played Blizzard. But he had not played a non-attack, so Rosetta was not particularly online yet. I was just banking on one to save an Arsenal. So I chose to save this and really go all in to just make this pressure. Okay,
6.
blocks it out.
Yep.
And I will Arsenal. Channel checks and stays out.
I'm just going to come in with Rosetta for 2.
Okay. Let me look at my hand here.
God, I feel like an amateur right now.
Dang, this is too bad, but it's actually pretty wild. Okay, so the wild thing here is I have a 3 of kind in hand I could block with, and also one in arsenal. So I could play the one from hand and then the one from arsenal, but you can only load your bow so many times. But if if I kind of whiff or get something weird off the first one, the second one's available. I don't know if that's worth taking the 2 damage, but I have 2 arrows in hand and a blue, so all I'm looking for off one of these is fuse cards, and and maybe a couple more resources, which I think those odds are pretty good. I think I'm going to preserve my life a little more here and block for 2. Feels bad just, tossing my best card.
I have no idea what's going on with these draws, but I'm never going to complain about them due to your unfortunate circumstances.
Okay, we're going to play 3 of a kind. I've not used Lexi's ability, just in the off chance I get some sort of reload or something.
Our hand block's decent now, at least, but we'll see what happens. The agonizing game. I suppose it's pretty agonizing because I am, playing a list that I would play into the wrong deck.
Yeah, totally.
Is part of it, but that's like a real life scenario you got to be
totally.
of,
I'm going to
Is
choose
that
go
the
again.
blue chilling ice vein that does no damage?
No, it's the red one that does 5, and I'll fuse it.
Okay.
That costs me 1, 2, 3. Yep. So none floating, chilling for 5, hit effect, go again.
Gotcha.
If it hits, you have to pay 1 or discard.
Yep. So this is where we're going to try to use some armor just so we can have a turn, I think. Block 5.
Okay. No reactions.
Same.
Okay. I'm going to pitch here. Making sure to keep channel online for next turn.
That maybe was incorrect to block chilling ice vein. Oh! It's all right. There's many lines of play here, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, I'm pitching for Voltaire. Now I'm just deciding the line. So I have this opportunity to break bullseye bracers and have a little bit better of a turn, and probably still entirely maintain momentum. But then I have no arcane barrier, which tailors it a little bit too high of a life total for me to be comfortable with that. So is this the? Then again, I'm at a low enough life total. I have to, really, really win out here, I think. So I'm going to choose go again. And I'm going to load Endless Arrow and fire it. For 4, go again, its own hit effect and Chilling's hit effect.
Oh, chilling applies to the whole kit and caboodle here.
Yep,
Have you used Voltaire twice?
correct.
Okay. So then your only play is Bullseye Bracer here. And the card you showed me on the chilling fuse.
It's a red
Yeah,
ice quake.
that's what I thought. Okay. Okay. Be honestly pretty happy if we force him into breaking the bullseye. That would be pretty sweet. Unfortunately, though, now we just don't. I think we just gotta give up the creepers here. Which is fine, which is what they're here for.
I don't think in my whole weekend, last weekend, nobody had a creepers play against me. It was always just one armor. But
Yeah, it's
Viserai doesn't
definitely.
really have any boots, so your
Yeah,
only other option is like an iron rat.
totally. We had a pretty good opportunity to kind of do some more damage kind of early in the game, but you were at 38 health, and that just did not seem feasible.
Yeah,
right
like
then.
do you use your resources when you maximize them, or I don't know, maybe try to save them for momentum.
Yeah. We'll block 4.
And you have 2 cards left.
Yep.
Okay, so Taylor's trying to save some cards here. I think this is a pretty big risk to take, but
Your top 8 chances are on the line.
no way. This is a casual game, and I can kind of wing it.
That's stupid.
2 cards. So he's trying to hold on to some sort of play here. I think I am going to break this to load an arrow, and then I will fire chilling for 5 fuse. 2 hit effects, same effect.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Shasta.
Shasta is his mom.
No, it's my daughter, my puppy, my 6-year-old puppy.
So then that would be 1. That would be 2.
Nope, I only have 1 floating. That changed anything?
Nope, I can not take this 5. Yeah. So now this is stupid. I just blocked incorrectly this whole turn. Maybe not though. Do I just block out here? I don't really have a turn otherwise. I'm gonna preserve some armor. It's probably a little bit better. Yeah, I would have to discard this, so. Yeah, we'll block 6.
All right, Arsenal. So I'm already instantly regretting this pretty large misplay because channel checks and stays out, really hampering his 3-card hand anyway. So I think that I
just have to drop
should
and
not
pass.
have done that. Okay. Now we'll take my tunic. Check out my hand here. All right, we're going to use Lexi. Flip up Ice Quake. Give you a frostbite. Yep. And then let's see. Well, it would be really great to have another channel online. This is my only blue. So we're going to play out Ice Quake. And we're going to pay for Voltaire and choose +1. Dang, this is a really good hand if I somehow have another blue and the same amount of cards. So Taylor has none floating, so we're going to play Chilling Ice Vein. Choose +1. And then we're going to fire it for 9 and fuse it. So we're looking at 2 different hit effects, Frostbite and Discard.
And you chose +1?
Correct. Coming in for 9.
Gotcha. So Channel Lake Frigid goes away. I would have 2 Frostbites and a card would be gone from my hand. And then the first card I play would cost 2. And that one would cost 2, 4, 6. Okay.
I really enjoy this deck because every turn my opponent has to recalculate their turn, which I feel like is probably Channel's pretty wearing.
Channel's gone. Okay, so my turn is way better. Okay. So then I would just have 2 Frostbites. I still would want these. Yeah, and that's what we want to do. Okay. Yeah. I have no defense.
No reaction.
Okay, take 9.
So go to 8.
8.
I have 8, 10.
Yep.
Discard a card.
Yeah. Second Frostbite. I have to pay 1 though, so I'm gonna pay 1.
There you go. An Arsenal channel checks and goes away. These channels are really potent in this deck, but they're pretty expensive, and a lot of times your only blue will drop. So I find a lot of times you really have to prioritize if you want to play that or have a more threatening turn damage-wise.
Well, now if we can keep up the pressure, we're just going to kill Isaac because he has no arcane barrier, so that's pretty sweet. We'll play red Mauve Skies from Arsenal. Cost me 2. I have 1 floating. Next attack gains go again, and if it hits, creates 3 rune chance. And then we'll play Meet and Greet for 4. Go again. If it hits, make 4 rune chance.
Oh, nice.
It has go again from Mauve Skies.
Right. If it hits, make 4 rune chance. That's quite a lot. Do you have any floating?
No, 3 from Skies and then 1 from itself.
And you have 1 card?
Correct.
Okay, so you can swing Rosetta and make me take 4.
You would take 5. I have a rune chant.
Oh, correct. Let's see here. I would really like a card to Arsenal, but then I will not. Then I will let him make 4 rune chants, which is kind of just too many, I think.
Yeah, and then you just have to take 7.
Yep. Not enough life, unfortunately, so we're getting really, really down here to the nitty gritty. That fridge over there is really killing me too, unfortunately.
Well, it's getting smaller.
Okay, so he's going to swing for 5 after this, which is quite a lot. I think then we're just going to block for swing for 4, correct?
Yeah.
All right, I hope that's not a lunging press, but then you can swing Rosetta, so.
That would be fun. Yeah, and then we'll come in for Rosetta for 5.
Okay, take 5.
Go to 5.
I think the lesson here, folks, is you do not break your arcane barrier.
You already knew that, though.
Match. Yeah, that's true. I have been here before. Also, maybe block a Dread Triptych. That was a pretty good turn. Tick my Tunic. I'll use Lexi to give you a Frostbite. And then I'll use my Tunic to play Icequake. I will pitch for Voltaire, choose +1, and then I'll fire Blizzard Bolt for 9, no fuse, but Icequake hit effect.
Okay, so then I would have 2 Frostbites.
So one more card here would really help me out for me to fuse Arsenal, get another Frost, like full value out of this, but the meet and greet create 4 rune chance is just like pretty bananas. We're gotta stop that.
So then 2 Frostbites. 2 Frostbites. So that turns that into 4, which is a fucking shit ton.
At least Taylor does not have any rune chance, making those discounts ineffective and making Frostbite actually do something, which is pretty nice. So I've had a hard time in this game. My tech against Briar, because kind of their only hit effect is Plunder Run, which is a very good one, but I kind of prioritize ice cards and kind of my offense over cards that block for 3 or any sort of defense. I do have 3 red take covers in the sideboard that I might put in for this matchup as it goes a little slower, and Taylor threatens me with a lot more hand disruption and hit effects that I've had a hard time or found it kind of difficult to manage. I did play one Briar who also had Blood Sheath, and that was a lot, but most of them just run a Tunic. So the bit of extra armor as well as the counter hit effects have been, definitely a different speed for me. And I think maybe the take covers teched in would be, a good call.
2, 1 floating. Play that. Then I have that. And then I have to use that into that. So it's kind of the best. Hopefully we break that again. Really need kind of like one more resource here. But that's okay. And I'm gonna block for 3 with the armor.
And take 6.
Yep.
Down to 2.
2. Yep.
2 to 5. And you get 1 more Frostbite.
Yep.
I'll draw it. Your turn.
Play Mauve Skies. Cost me 2, 1 floating.
All right.
And then we'll come in with Meet and Greet for 4. Go again on hit. Makes 3 rune chance. 1 from Meet and Greet. 2 from Yellow Mauve Skies.
Sure. Well, we're definitely going to block for 4 here.
Okay. And then I'll come in for 5.
Ooh, 5. No cards in hand?
Correct.
Really like to save something for an Arsenal card, but it's pretty tough. Yep, I think we're just going to have to try to get a little momentum back here. All right. I'm gonna take the arcane, go to 2, and then I'll block for 2.
Gotcha.
Oh, there goes my armor and my superpowers.
Not cool. He still has 3 cards. This is just not great for us, but it is what it is. No arsenal, so hopefully no frostbite. Go ahead.
We could save this to Arsenal, but unfortunately, I think I have to play it out to try to get some momentum, maybe threaten some damage next turn, and kind of halfway pivot right now to give ourselves a little bit of a chance, because I can't let Taylor swing Rosetta or Grasp at this point since I broke my Arcane Barrier. So we're going to play Winter's Bite red.
So blue.
Yep, pitch 3 or discard a card.
Hmm. 2 cards in hand. I guess then you're gonna fire an arrow at me. That's my guess here. I'll discard a card.
Okay. I'm going to play Command and Conquer, which fortunately doesn't threaten anything, but does threaten damage.
That is correct. Okay. Bummer.
Yeah, I'm not sure how well this deck blocks, but I was hoping he has a bunch of block for 2s. You know, I can strip most of his hand this way and keep him away from that Rosetta play.
I'll block 6.
Okay. And then I will pass.
Pitch, make a rune chant with Grasp, and then come in with the Thorn.
Let's see here. To watch this game back, I'm like not sure. I may have gone through my deck or just drawn really poorly. Usually pretty conscious of deck pitching, but or deck stacking, but playing against those Briars maybe a little bit. You're really prioritizing potency now instead of your second cycle. So I hope I'm not. No, I pitched some reds first. This is just a really, really poor hand, actually. Dang.
Well, you gotta take 1, so you're at 1.
Yep. Go down to 1, 2 to 1, and then I will block for 2.
Yeah, only strips 1 card.
I'd actually like to play that Polar Blast as kind of like a little bluff for Taylor, because I don't have anything to play this turn. So I'll play a Channel Lake Frigid, Arsenal pass, and I'm pretty sure I'm dead.
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
Channel checks and stays out.
Yeah, so everything costs extra. Yep. So I would need 4 resources to make a rune chant and swing Rosetta. No, I need 5, 3. No, I need 4. Nope, 5. And we're 1 short.
Well, that's nice.
So dumb. Quad red hand right here at the end to win.
I got another very, very garbage hand, so you'll have another chance.
What is happening with our lives right now, Isaac? Actually, I do think I have it though. All right. Because I still have Blood Sheath. Oh, that cost me one also. Fuck.
Yep.
Damn it. Okay, don't have it. Sorry, that was pretty loud into the microphone, probably.
Believe me, the hand you're facing down is not this is not great. So I think you're still going to be all right.
Yeah, I just don't have any plays here. Everything's so expensive.
Great job, channel. Postponing
Pitch
my death.
these 2 consuming volitions to play Spellblade Strike for 4.
Okay.
Makes a rune chant.
Sorry. How much does that cost?
Cost 1.
Oh, right.
And
So
pitch
coming
2
in
reds.
for 4.
Yep. Just 1 blue. That's all I needed. A yellow. I would take a yellow.
Well, we're going to.
Maybe this is my pitch. No, it can't be.
Oh, I'm just dead next turn anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Hopefully I'm not dead next turn. Why would I arsenal this card over one of these? It doesn't matter.
Jeez, these 2 hands in a row, man. We're just
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It just needs to be Rosetta.
pretty rough. Pretty rough.
Hopefully this game doesn't turn out to be like, look at all those misplays. Look at these freaking dinguses moaning the whole game.
I think it's just
Playing
going to be.
terribly.
I think it's going to be a game of weird hands.
That's what it feels like.
So do I try to keep channel out, or do I play out 2 Winter's Bites? I think either way, I'm just dead. All he has to do is swing Rosetta. So there's pretty much no way for me to live here. Probably shouldn't have told you what I'm going to try to do, because then you can just play around it. But we'll lose here. Block for 4.
Arsenal.
All right.
Oh yeah, I shuffled my deck. That's why.
Give you a Frostbite.
Perfect.
And then, so this was my hand, right? So I can basically pitch to Voltaire and do nothing and then keep channel out, or I can just play 2 Winter's Bites. But I think either way, you can just kill me anyway.
How did this guy make it to top 8? Huh?
Well, I played 11 games of CC and had 1 unfortunate hand, so maybe I'm
Totally. I'm just kidding.
now.
Which colors?
Well, I'm deciding to pitch or not, but it doesn't much matter. You can swing Rosetta. So I'll play red and then blue.
Yeah. I will just get rid of 2 cards.
All right. And then your turn.
Yeah. I swing Rosetta and you die. I have a blue in a Sonata.
Good game.
Boom. Good game. What a weird game. All right. Talk to me. Kind of, I guess we've been talking about it the whole time, but what'd you think there?
So I think this is the Remorseless I pitched at the beginning. But maybe not. No, that's the Remorseless. Had not seen my 3rd 3 of a kind, so I was definitely not drawing into my pitch. I was just drawing consecutive hands with no attack. And again, I keep saying that 28 out of 60 seems like a lot of threats, but seems to not be enough. That's one of the changes I would make: is 2 non-attacks would come out and 2 yellow arrows would go in, which, as seen in this game, would hopefully make the difference. Yeah, I kind of iterated before, just like your increased armor and hand disruption made it hard on my Briar strategy for sure. What are your takeaways?
I for sure I definitely felt like my draws were a little weird, but that's kind of how it goes when you play Viserai sometimes, when you kind of have nearly that even split. Um, but I think I would probably just sub out some attacks, probably something like some E strikes for the amplify the Arc Knights I have in my sideboard, just to help me on those turns where I could then more easily play into like leaving a rune chant up, and kind of combating the frostbite tokens and making it less close and that sort of
Gotcha.
thing.
Yeah, and Ascendancy really like preys on my deck that does not block so well.
Amplify, not
Oh,
ascendancy.
Amplify. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
just the red one. So it's three for 6, but gets the rune chant discount.
Yeah, free for 9.
Yeah, basically, which is pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. It felt clunky at times for sure, which it hasn't felt clunky in quite a while, but of course that's how it goes when you turn on the bright lights, or maybe you're just more hyper aware of it because of that. But either way, I think we had quite a few good strings in there where we got to go mob skies into attack into Rosetta. But learning how to play around like that, I need to pitch extra resources. To be, and then like not having an arsenal card really slows you down in keeping the momentum. So that's all I got for now. Thanks everybody for watching our video. I hope you have enjoyed watching Isaac clean up and my hands and cards gesture move around. Check out the pod.
You cut out there. I had no idea what was happening.
Totally. I was just trying to like monologue and keep going.
Perfect.
And not talk about our internet issue there at the end, but that's totally fine. Honesty and transparency are good things. So check out the podcast. You can find me and Isaac on Twitter. All of that stuff will be in the show notes. And yeah, karate kick that subscribe button and then karate chop that notification bell. I don't know, whatever they say about doing stuff. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all later.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the high road, and Taylor's gonna flip me off.
These are animals.
You definitely flipped me off.
Maybe I flipped Colin off.